there are some good female photographers that are way doing better than the guys. But because he's a guy, because
Are
he's
you
a
for
male,
real?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, because he's a guy, they'll tend to like, oh, he's a guy, and they want to go with that.
but that's the sad truth, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to for you to excel as a female photographer, you have to work 10 times more than that male photographer. That's it.
So you're working 10 times
Yes,
more than the male photographer.
I do. The first gadget I had was given to me by a videographer and not a photographer.
Wow.
That's like supporting me, like you're doing well and I want you to keep doing well. But the photographer will not tell you that. Most time when you see female photographers in an event, they barely smile. It's not like they don't want to smile or something, but we only smile with the couples.
Okay, and every other person.
And every other person, we're just not like you're mean. You're just being straightforward because of what happens. You might be there, smile with everybody, and somebody will just be talking to you anyhow. You get so I've been in a situation where I'm snapping and a guest just came and tapped me out from the road, and I had to turn with my camera. I'm like, oh, sorry. Now, if it was a guy that was standing there, she wouldn't do that.
But what's your advice to, up and coming photographers, for females especially?
Well, the advice I will give to them is they shouldn't relent in anything that they are doing. Act of service is very important. Yeah. If you know someone that is good, that you can learn from the person. I did wedding photography for 1 year without being paid a dime.
So I was passion.
It's not even the passion. While I was doing it, the passion was driving me. I was angry. I was always vexed because I was like, why am I doing this thing for free? But then it was act of service. I was serving someone else. I learned from the best. And that is where I am today.
And that's why you're being booked for $1 million plus. Wow. This is really inspiring. So. This is really inspiring. Yes. Welcome to yet another edition of the Let's Talk Show. My name is Elvis Vitalis, and today's at least going to be spontaneously amazing because I have with me in the building or in the studios this very creative individual who happens to be my one-time senior back then in secondary school. She was very amazing, but I never thought she's probably going to take this line. If you know what I'm talking about, this line of discipline. But she's doing so well for herself. She has carved a niche for herself as well. Ladies and gentlemen, right here on TikTok TV, I have with me the delectable Shotzbydidi. I hope I pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, Shotzbydidi.
Shotzbydidi.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Well,
you're looking out of the world. You're not looking like a photographer. You're looking like a skincare doctor or something.
Not at all.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
It's a pleasure having you on today's show.
Thank you very much.
All right, so today definitely we're going to be diving around everything photography, everything content, everything that you need to know about Shotzbydidi. I want to start with who inspired you into this level of photography, with the idea, the experience, everything you've gathered so far. Where did you get this idea from?
So photography has always been a thing for me. Okay. Yeah. There's always been a talent right from the university days. I just take random pictures. I started taking it very serious while I was in camp, while I was serving in camp in Enugu. Yeah, I took lots of pictures for people. Even I didn't charge for it, but I was taking pictures.
Oh, okay, there was a time in your life you were doing pictures for free for people.
Yes, back in camp.
Wow. Yeah. So there are persons you're really looking up to, because I know that for some persons, photography is not something you just wake up one morning and you get your phone or you get camera and you start taking pictures.
It was for fun.
For you?
Yeah. I just like taking pictures. I just take pictures, edit pictures and give to people and they just like it. So there was no inspiration behind it. Just my thing.
Wow. So before this time, let's say during your final year in school, was there a time you had it in mind that it was certainly going to be photography that would put food on your table?
Never.
So what was it?
I had in my head a 9-to-5 job. Even after NYC, I did one or two 9-to-5 jobs, and it was just basically like paycheck to paycheck, and I had to cut it short.
Wow. All right. Now, I know for some reason some persons will be like, why is a photographer on the show? Well, I stand to be corrected, that you're amongst those persons that charge 1 million naira for the coverage.
I'm not the only person actually. So we have other people that charge way more than I do.
Okay, in a man's world and in a man's job, most times don't you feel like it's a bit, you know, you're trying to drag the line between, going into something that is basically for male? Don't you feel somewhat biased that you're doing a man's job? And
Not at all. I enjoy it. It's what I want to do. That's what I'm doing.
For photography?
Yes. Many people thought sometimes when I'm going out for maybe an event or something and I'm carrying all my tools and everything, they will just in their head makeup artists.
I see.
You understand? Because it's a man. When you say hey, I'm a photographer,
they'll be looking at you like, yeah.
So that look is like, can she snap? Can she do this? Can she do that? Yeah. So I get that a lot.
So do you feel like between you and the male, that the male tend to pay them better than the female sometimes, or in all scenarios?
In most scenarios, they do.
Have you ever experienced that as well?
Yeah, I have. I've gone for an event and whatever they are paying the guys, when it got to my turn, I was receiving like 2% below. And I was like, why was that? Like, why am I being paid this when the normal payment for this is this? And they're just all back and forth. I had to like, it's not like this. So whatever they are doing, I'm doing. I'm handling camera. They're handling camera.
Yeah.
I'm even snapping more than some of them. So why will you pay me less? So we get that for events.
So you feel this does not in any way discourage you from wanting to, put in the work?
It can't discourage me. That's what will make us keep going hard.
So do you feel like the females do this better than the male? Or do you feel you do it better than males out there?
I wouldn't say every male out there, but I would say I do my best. And there are some good female photographers that are way doing better than the guys. But because he's a guy, because he's
for real?
Yeah, because he's a guy, they'll tend to like, oh, he's a guy, and they want to go with that.
But that's the sad truth,
Yeah, it's a sad truth. For you to excel as a female photographer, you have to work 10 times more than that male photographer. That's it.
So you're working 10 times more than the male photographer?
I do.
So what do you think you're doing differently that the male photographer is not doing?
They are doing everything that I'm doing, but people that is just the society. They're not seeing females. That's why I don't believe in the slogan, women supporting women. I don't believe in that slogan. Because in most cases and in most events, the challenges I get are from my females.
Females don't support you?
Yes.
You've had experiences like?
So many experiences.
Care to share?
I've been in an event where let me say for last week, I was covering an event and the client contacted me separately and the event planner or the decorator separately. But I got there, I was doing my thing because I've already discussed with the clients and she already told me what she wanted. So I have the picture in my head and I'm taking pictures, like creating like a storyline. I'm following a storyline.
Okay.
But you see this event planner every 2 minutes, she's dragging me.
They need to do this.
Yeah, do this, do that. I'm like, in my head, if he's a guy, you don't dare touch him.
Are you for real?
Yeah, you will not touch him. She wouldn't. Even if she wants to talk to him, she'll just be like, she'll be as polite as she can be. She can just probably say, please, can you take this? Please, can you take this? But I'm a lady like her, and she just, every minute she's dragging me, and while she's doing that, she's obstructing my shot.
Wow.
And it was really not nice. And when you're walking, you have to be very nice because you don't want to be rude. So, in as much as she was doing this, I didn't say anything. These are things we see in events.
So you said something about, you doing better than the male. You putting in the work more than the male. And I asked you, what is it you're doing differently? And can I say what you're doing differently is because you're looking beautiful? Yes. And the fact is, for females, the fact she's a female, right? And she's looking good. You'd want to choose her over a guy. Now, for some persons, they will tell you that let's go to the ocean and get content, or someone contracted you to fly a speedboat to get pictures of the sea or whatever for whatever project they want to do. I bet you not every female would want to take that risk.
Say so.
Or they tell you to skydive and take pictures of, hey, God.
You need to meet female photographers because we want to like prove ourselves that we could do the same thing that these guys are doing. Yeah, so we work, that's why I use the word, we work 10 times harder. Like there's this photographer in Port Harcourt here. I always look up to her. I see how she works. You understand? She works 10 times harder. And I'm like, I'm working 10 times harder. Imagine she's working 10 times harder. That means I'm working 20 times because I have to get to her position.
Wow.
You understand?
And you have like some other upcoming photographers that are looking up to you in a way.
Probably.
Has anyone told you that they're looking up to you?
Like, they won't want to say it to you. But a lady can walk up to me and tell me, like, I see people, like, for ladies.
Yeah.
They could come and, I like what you're doing. I'm looking up to you. Yeah. But a guy might be looking up to you and he will never say it to you.
Elvis.
The only thing you can get is, you're doing well, you're doing well, you're doing well.
You know that's not true now. A guy would see. For me, I'm now speaking for myself.
Okay.
And I will later speak for the guys.
Okay.
If I get to see a female doing what I know that a guy could actually do, right? I'll give her accolades.
That is because you're not in my profession.
So what am I supposed to do?
No, I'm telling you that people that are in my profession, they would, like, I don't know for them, but the ones I've come across, they've never said, I'm looking up to you. Maybe even if they are, they only tell me, Didi, you're doing good, you're doing fine, keep it up.
Wow.
And I've not necessarily get you're doing very well from a photographer.
In Port Harcourt?
Yeah, in Port Harcourt.
Or in Nigeria?
The only person, not in Nigeria at large, in Port Harcourt. Yeah.
Okay.
I have colleagues in Abuja.
Okay.
Yeah. They always, you're striving, like, you need to come to Abuja and all that stuff. But I've not gotten it in Port Harcourt. But I've gotten it from the female photographer I told you about. Yeah. Then if there's a videographer too, that's the first gadget I had was given to me by a videographer and not a photographer.
Wow.
That's like supporting me, like, you're doing well and I want you to keep doing well. But the photographer will not tell you that.
So do you think this is like a general problem right here in Port Harcourt? Like, they don't collaborate, they don't support in all industry? Because this is not like the very first time I'm hearing this from an industry expert here in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Do you think this is like a general problem for everybody here in Port Harcourt?
I wouldn't say it's a general problem because I've not met everybody in Port Harcourt here.
Okay.
So,
but for photographers, this is like your 1% contribution or your 1%.
That's the one thing I've noticed. I wouldn't say everybody, because I've not met all the whole photographers in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
You get? I've just met few persons. So.
All right. So you spoke about your take in support for Abuja. All right. Okay. You get a lot of persons supporting you in Abuja.
Yes.
So how about here in Port Harcourt? Are you thinking anytime soon to leave Port Harcourt to Abuja?
I think of it every day. let me not lie. Like, I think about it every day because you're in a space where, like, people that are supporting you are not really coming forth.
Yeah.
It's basically friends and family. Just that. But because I think maybe they are supporting you, but because they are in the same business as you, so it's a competition.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a competition. So I cannot support you while I'm doing the same thing. Which doesn't make sense to me because I just feel like you're a top dog.
Yeah.
I'm not coming. Yeah. So I will definitely get there.
Yeah.
I just need you to just point out one or two. Oh, you're doing well. Could you do this? Do that. Adjust this. Adjust that. Yeah. But we don't get that without paying a fee for it.
So,
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So if I want to learn photography from you, you wouldn't charge a fee for it?
No, I will charge a fee for it. No, get my point here. I could tell you, I could walk past you and you're editing. I would like, oh, you could touch your highlight, touch your contrast, reduce this, reduce that. But some of my colleagues will not want to tell you, just keep quiet and you just look at it and like, not even smile, just look at it and just pass. Even if you're making errors. But for me, the photographers that I'm close to, and I see their work, I'm like, boss, your work is really nice, but don't you think this is this?
You do that?
Yes, I do that.
Wow.
But don't you think this is that? Or I will ask, okay, your this is this, so this is that. Why did you have to edit this picture this way? And they will explain to me that probably maybe because of the lighting setup or whatever, and that's it.
Wow. This is a thing to really ponder on, like, especially for upcoming photographers and to those bosses that are already there, that are already making headways in photography. I mean, if you guys could give a little knowledge, a little cap of your knowledge to these people, it's certainly going to like bring about a lot of innovative ideas and spark a lot of creativity from people out there. More so, what is your take about for females? When you look at females, you just know females. They're not far from being beautiful, right? And pictures, for instance, for some persons, they will tell you that when there's a female and there's a camera, these both ways, they're almost like twins. They work hand in glove. All right. And now this is coming from you as a photographer, right? Your audience, which happens to be females per se, do you feel like they kind of show more support to seeing their counterpart, the females? Show them. Do you feel like they show you the same love? Do you feel like they refer jobs to you? They want to follow you up on social media, like, comment on your pages, give you that moral support that you need to actually skyrocket to the next phase of your life or your career? Do you feel like you get all of this from a female? I know you said no, but do you feel like it's deeper than it should be?
I would say maybe. Let me not be biased. I would just say maybe I would just say maybe it's 50-50. But
you see it all from the male.
Yeah, because truth be told, when a lady gets a job and she wants it to be done, the first person she will contact is the male photographer.
Okay.
Probably the guy is charging her way higher. That is when she will not turn out like, this male photographer I know. Let me see if I can just talk to her woman to woman and beat down price. Like we're in the market. So they come to you and you negotiate.
Negotiate.
Yeah, they negotiate very well. Not they negotiate very well. Down. They price you down, and based on the relationship you have with the person or whatever it is, you tend to, okay, let's just work together. But if they are coming to these male photographers, they are being straightforward. Oh, they are even begging.
They want to pay you better.
Yeah, please just do it for this price. Please just do it for this price. But we barely get that. Oh, you're not doing for this price. You're not doing. Are you sure you're not doing? Okay. You be the one calling them, but sometimes I call back like, I'm giving you so. I want to break down costs for them. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I have to explain to them, convince them why they should use me, and I'm very competent. I can do this. Like that's why I said we work 10 times harder. But when he's a guy, you just feel like, oh, he's a man, so definitely he will deliver. They just see ladies as we are lazy, and that's very wrong.
So you're basically in the sector to change the narrative.
Yes.
What they have in mind.
Yes.
About photographers, especially being females.
Yes.
Okay.
Not like most time when you see female photographers in an event, they barely smile. It's not like they don't want to smile or something, but we only smile with the couples.
Okay. And every other person.
We're just not like you or me. You're just being straightforward because of what happens. You might be there, smile with everybody, and somebody will just be talking to you anyhow. You get. So I've been in a situation where I'm snapping and a guest just came and tapped me out from the road, and I had to turn with my camera. I went, oh, sorry. Now, if it was a guy that was standing there, she wouldn't do that.
Now, I don't want to be biased. Let's just assume that you were not putting on press outfits, because
I don't even wear press outfit to an event. That's the thing.
Because if you do, it's written behind. They will just automatically know that this is.
Even in press, even when you're wearing that stuff, I've covered the crusade at this is Lechi Amadi. It's the same thing. You understand? They will not want to do anything. They'll just, I don't know that it's in our head, or we are just programmed like that.
Well, it's unfortunate it's happening to you, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that for some person or probably in some environment.
Well, I've heard some of my colleagues complain about it. Their friends want to take cheap pictures. It's them. You want to take picture that will come out in the next 3 minutes. You will run to them. They'll just come. Oh, please help me. But when they are meeting this male photographer that are not their friends, they are willing to beg you to, like, in 5 days time. But when you say, please, I want it this evening, no, like, there's this rude attitude that just come, and of course now, customers are always right. You just smile and tell the person, madam, please, you cannot come out today. Please, can you wait today? And all of that.
So for female, I know this is business for you. I want to ask you this question. I've seen females that are into makeup, right? Okay. They would be like, okay, hence these are my friends. I just want to, please come and help me and do this. It's a Sunday morning. You do the makeup.
Okay.
So now you as a photographer, do you have those friends that want to run to you whenever they are looking very gorgeous on outfit and tell you, snappy picture? How do you relate? How do you then react to them?
I don't react.
You don't charge them and tell them this is my business, or you just.
None of my friends can tell me that I've charged them to take pictures.
Really?
Yes. I have friends that are in Lagos, that are in Benin, Warri. They take pictures. They send to me. I edit and send back to them. Yes.
A friend indeed.
I just feel like this is my little way to give it back to them.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So have you ever experienced any inappropriate gesture from your clients, per se? Because I know for instance, like I told you off camera, I have a female friend who happens to be a lecturer in the school. Yeah. Right. As a matter of fact, she was recently promoted to the HOD position, of which she declined.
Okay.
Now, she's very young, like very, very young. To the extent that students are, trying to throw their shot at her, male folks, male counterparts, male students. I don't know about the lecturers, but from what she told me. So have you ever experienced such in your area of, specialization?
We get that a lot.
Because I know, for what is what, some persons will want to tell you, take this or give me this. Take that or give me this, if you know what I'm talking about.
So in 2023, there's this wedding I was supposed to cover around December period, and every preparation was made, and then the client came by. It was time for him to make payment. Then he asked me the same question again. Hey, send me back your package and everything. I've already sent it to you. I should send him again. So I sent him back the packages and everything. Then he responded with, okay, let me give you the money. Let me give you money for this, and you will not cover the event. The same thing the matter was like, I felt like maybe I don't know what I was reading.
You want to read again?
Yeah, I had to like, I don't understand. Well, like, your highest package here is so amount. I want to go for the highest package. I want to give you this money, but you will not cover the event, but just for a night. And in my head, that was like, let's tell ourselves, that was tempting. I know how much my highest package was as at then. Yeah. That was really tempting. Like, that was like the target free money. But when you're being professional, there's some temptation that comes that you just have to you have
to stick with your professionality.
Yes, like, I'm sorry, sir, your money is very tempting, but I do not work that way.
Or probably he would have taken the money and given it to a guy to come and cover the occasion.
Then and there, he told me, don't worry, get somebody, that I should look for another client, that he'll get somebody else. Wow. After I finished making preparation, keeping dates for that day, because photographers will work with dates.
Yeah.
So for you, when you pick a date, we keep that date for you.
I thought they normally pay like advance.
So that I'm saying, he was supposed to pay on that day that we had this conversation. Okay. Yeah. So now he was willing to pay full, but not for the photography, for another thing. And that was not making sense. After that conversation, that was how that client blocked me, and I just smiled. But it pained me because that was Christmas period, and I had rejected like 3 events for that same date.
Wow. Well, this is coming from a male counterpart, and I can really relate, right? But it's not like the females are better.
I never said that.
No, because I said, that a lot of persons, what we're going through their mind is, see, I'm not a man, do one. You understand? But if you get to hear stories of photographers, female photographers or male photographers, most of them also face similar situations, and the ability for you to still stay resolute and stay professional.
If you rank that, it's going to be basically maybe.
Are you doing this now?
3, 10 or there, but it's not like they get it always.
But it happens.
Which bride wants to come and start doing?
It's not even a bride. It might not really be a bride. It might not be really a wedding to cover. It might be some other event or some other occasion.
I'm telling you, ladies are too shy to.
You feel so?
I know so. Because first of all, they don't want to be dragged.
Some females don't have that respect, though. They don't care. Hence, it's that time. They just want it done, and then they move. Then they just move. Oh. But what's your advice to, up and coming photographers, for females especially? Especially in this kind of scenarios, because I said, things are very hard. So many persons looking at their highest package would want to throw in their character, throw in their, their morals, and just jump into the agreement part of this and just get it done.
Well, the advice I would give to them is they shouldn't relent in anything that they are doing. Okay. And most important information I want to give out is act of service is very important. Yeah. If you know someone that is good, that you will learn from the person. Don't be biased. Just be straightforward. The person will not come and make it easy for you. Nothing is ever easy to get. Nothing is even free, even in Freetown.
Like my lecturer.
It's not like you are going to pay for it, but attitude will come with it, but you have to take it in. That's why it's called act of service. I did photography I did wedding photography for 1 year without being paid a dime.
I was passion.
It's not even the passion. While I was doing it, the passion was driving me. I was angry. I was always vexed because I was like, why am I doing this thing for free? But then it was act of service. I was serving someone else. I learned from the best. And that is where I am today.
And that's why you're being booked for $1 million plus. Wow. This is really inspiring. This is really inspiring. And of course, to our viewers and to that particular young female creative who wants to be a photographer, it's beautiful that you're hearing this firsthand from a photographer like you, who is inspiring you already. Don't always think it's about going into something that will mere you. It should be about you going into something that will make you become a better version of yourself. Right now, at this junction, we will be drawing the curtain close for the Let's Talk show with Elvis. I'm so excited I had you. It's a privilege. Thank you so much for doing this. And please feel free to come around whenever you're around Port Harcourt and its environs. And at this junction as well, where can we follow you up, meanwhile? Where can we follow you up?
You can follow me on my Instagram page.
Okay.
At Shotzbydidi.
Shotzbydidi.
Yes.
All right. You have a phone number or something you could call
everything is on my page.
On your page.
Yes.
All right. Now you know where and how to reach out to her. And don't forget to follow us up on all our social media platforms at TPOC TV. And like I said, you might just be so lucky we get to single you out for a conversation like this. Until I come your way on the next edition of Let's Talk. My name is Elvis Vitalis, and it is a wrap.
You started feeling we have a sound. Exactly.